Angels say, a major life shift is coming. Don't resist the change. There is a moment in every life when everything you thought was solid suddenly trembles. The ground beneath you shifts. Your routines collapse. The relationships you relied on change shape. The career path you were certain about splinters into 1,000 different possibilities. And in that exact moment, standing in the rubble of what was, most people make the gravest mistake of their lives. They grip harder, they resist, they fight against the very current that's trying to carry them towards something infinitely greater than they can see right now. What if I told you that the angels, the divine messengers who have watched over humanity since the beginning of time, are sending you a message today? That message is this: the discomfort you're feeling isn't punishment, it's invitation. The door closing in your life isn't an ending. It's the universe making space for something new to arrive. By the end of the next 30 minutes with me, you'll understand exactly why resistance to change is the only thing holding you back from the breakthrough that's already been written into your destiny. Before we go any deeper into this divine message, I want to welcome you to God's Message Today channel. If you've never been here before, know that this is a sanctuary for souls who are ready to hear what the angels have to say about your life, your purpose, and your future. This video is going to touch something inside you that you've been waiting to hear. So please, right now in the comments below, type out the words that your spirit needs to declare today. Write, "I receive" or "I believe," whatever resonates with where you are right now. These aren't just words. When you speak them into the digital space, you're aligning your energy with the frequency of change, with the courage to trust, with the willingness to let go of what no longer serves you. For those of you who are new here, make sure you subscribe to God's Message Today channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single divine message. The angels have so much they want to share with you, and we release new spiritual guidance regularly. Your subscription is your commitment to this journey of transformation and spiritual awakening. Let me start by being honest with you about something that the world doesn't want you to know. The culture around us teaches that stability is the goal. We're told to find a good job, keep it for 30 years, maintain the same relationships, live in the same house, follow the same routine until retirement. And yes, there is peace in consistency, but there is no growth in stagnation. There is no evolution in resistance. And the angels are here to tell you today that you are not meant for the life you're living right now. Not because something is wrong with you, but because you've outgrown it. Think about a butterfly still fighting to stay in its cocoon. The transformation has already begun. Its wings are formed. Its body is ready. But because the cocoon feels familiar, because it's what kept the caterpillar alive, the butterfly fights against the inevitable breaking apart. And in doing so, it weakens itself. It delays the very thing it was created to become. This is where so many of us are right now. We feel the shift coming. We sense something is changing. But we white-knuckle our grip on what was, refusing to step into what is meant to be. The Bible tells us in Isaiah 43:19, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." This verse isn't a gentle suggestion, it's a declaration. God is actively doing something new in your life right now, not someday, not when you're ready, not when you figure it all out. Right now. This present moment is pregnant with possibility, but that possibility has no room to manifest if you're still clutching the old. What we're discussing today isn't about recklessness or jumping into change blindly. This is about divine timing. This is about recognizing the moment when the universe has already shifted beneath your feet, and your only real choice is whether you'll move with it or get left behind. The angels see this crossroads in your life. They see you standing at this threshold, and they're sending a message today. The change that's coming isn't something to fear. It's something to welcome. Throughout history, the greatest spiritual transformations have always followed the same pattern. Someone is living their life, minding their own business, thinking they know what their story looks like, and then the cosmos intervenes. Abraham was told to leave everything and go to a land he didn't know. Moses was sitting in the desert when he encountered the burning bush. Mary was going about her ordinary life when an angel appeared to tell her that her entire future had been rewritten. Jonah was running from his calling when he ended up in the belly of a whale. In every single case, resistance to the change made the transition harder. The moment each of these people surrendered to the bigger plan, their lives exploded into meaning and purpose. You are living in that same moment right now. Not metaphorically, actually. The angels want you to understand that the disruptions in your life, the sudden endings, the unexpected doors opening, the relationships that are transforming, the circumstances that have turned upside down, these are not chaos. They are choreography. They are the precise movements of a divine intelligence that has loved you longer than you've existed and has been working behind the scenes to position you exactly where you need to be. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." Notice that word, submit. Not fight, not resist, submit. The path that's meant for you cannot be straightened if you're struggling against it. The moment you align yourself with what's actually happening rather than what you wish were happening, that's when the magic begins. That's when divine doors open. That's when synchronicities start flowing. That's when you meet the right people, find the right opportunities, stumble upon the exact resources you need. The angels know this because they exist in a realm where there is no resistance to God's will. They move in perfect alignment with divine purpose. And they want you to taste that same peace. They want you to know what it feels like to move with the current instead of against it. This peace isn't passive. It's not weakness. It's the most powerful force in the universe, the power that moves mountains, that parts seas, that resurrects the dead. Now, I want to talk about something specific, because change isn't always obvious. Sometimes the biggest shifts in our lives don't announce themselves with fanfare. They arrive quietly. They arrive as a subtle feeling that something is off. They arrive as a gentle whisper that says, "This isn't it anymore." They arrive as a door that suddenly locks behind you, forcing you to turn around and look for another way forward. Many of you have been feeling this for months, maybe years. There's been this low-level knowing that something in your life needs to transform. Your job that used to fulfill you has started to feel hollow. Your relationship that once felt like home now feels like a waiting room. Your friend group that brought you joy has started to feel like obligation. Your spiritual practice, if you had one, has lost its fire. Your dreams have been whispering to you in the night, reminding you of the version of yourself you used to believe in. This feeling isn't a sign that you're lost. It's a sign that you're evolving. And evolution always looks like destruction before it looks like beauty. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly while staying intact. There has to be a dissolution. There has to be a breaking down into the fundamental components of self, and then a reforming into something entirely new. This is the sacred work of transformation. This is what the angels have been preparing you for. Ecclesiastes 3:1-2 reminds us, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot. But the time to uproot is now." For some of you, this means a career change. For others, it means the end of a relationship that's been keeping you small. For still others, it means moving to a new city, reconnecting with your faith, or finally pursuing that dream that you've been too afraid to chase. The specifics are different for each person, but the principle is the same. This is your season to uproot what no longer serves you. The challenge is that uprooting is uncomfortable. It's uncertain. You can't see what will grow in the space that's left behind. You can't predict whether the new thing will be better than the old thing. And so we bargain, we negotiate, we try to hold on to pieces of what was while simultaneously trying to step into what's coming. We keep one foot in the old life while trying to dance in the new life. And in doing so, we split ourselves in half. we become less effective at both. We live in perpetual tension, never fully committing to anything. The angels are telling you something clear today. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot hold yesterday in one hand and tomorrow in the other. The very act of resistance to change is what's making your life feel so hard right now. The exhaustion you're experiencing isn't from the change itself. It's from fighting against it. The moment you fully commit to what's coming, not someday but now, that's when the difficulty transmutes into flow. That's when the struggle becomes a dance. That's when the weight lifts, and you feel like you can breathe again. Here's what most people miss about transformation. They think it's happening to them. They think they're victims of circumstance. They think the universe is conspiring against them. But nothing could be further from the truth. Your soul chose this. Before you were born into this body, before you took your first breath, your eternal self, the part of you that exists beyond time and space, looked at the journey ahead and said, yes. Yes, I will go through this. Yes, I will learn this. Yes, I will be broken open and reformed in this way, because that is exactly what I need to become who I'm meant to be. This is why the change is coming whether you resist it or not. It's not optional. It's written into your soul's contract with life. Your only real choice is whether you'll make it harder or easier on yourself. Whether you'll go gracefully or kicking and screaming. Whether you'll emerge from this transition empowered and transformed or bitter and broken. And I'm speaking to you from the perspective of the angels because they've watched this pattern play out countless times. They know what happens to people who fight, and they know what happens to people who flow. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." What this is really saying is that when you align yourself with purpose, with what you're actually here to do, with who you're actually meant to become, everything else falls into place. The resources align, the people appear, the doors open, but you have to prioritize that alignment above your comfort. You have to make it more important than staying safe in what's familiar. You have to be willing to look foolish. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to lose everything you thought you needed in order to gain everything you actually want. Think about the things in your life that you're most proud of. What did it take to achieve them? It took risk. It took stepping into the unknown. It took moments where you had to believe in something you couldn't see yet. It took letting go of who you were in order to become who you needed to be. The transformation you're facing right now is no different. It's the same process, playing out again, but at a higher level. You're not becoming more of the same. You're becoming more of who you're actually meant to be. The angels see this possibility for you. They see the version of yourself that's waiting on the other side of this change. And they're desperately trying to tell you, don't get in the way of your own becoming. Don't stand between yourself and your destiny. Don't let fear of the unknown keep you from the knowing that awaits you. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Every setback is setting you up. Every closed door is redirecting you. Every ending is a beginning in disguise. Let me speak directly to the resistance you're feeling right now. Because resistance is normal. It's human. And the angels aren't here to judge you for it. They're here to help you understand it and move through it. Fear masquerades as resistance. It says, what if I make the wrong choice? What if you make the right one? It says, what if I lose what I have? What if you gain something infinitely better? It says, I'm not ready. But you don't have to be ready. You only have to be willing.
The readiness comes in the doing.
The confidence comes in the commitment. You build the bridge by walking. There's also the resistance that comes from comfort. You're used to this life. You know how it works. You know the rules. You know what to expect. The unknown doesn't offer that luxury. It's terrifying. But here's the truth that the angels want you to sit with. Comfort has never been the breeding ground for greatness. Comfort doesn't produce genius. Comfort doesn't birth miracles. Comfort just produces more comfort and eventually a slow withering away of the spirit. You begin to fade. You become a smaller version of yourself. You live out your days wondering what might have been had you been brave enough to change. And then there's the resistance that comes from loyalty. Maybe you're loyal to a person who benefits from you staying small. Maybe you're loyal to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Maybe you're loyal to an identity that was never really yours in the first place. This loyalty might have served you once, but now it's become a chain. And the angels are asking you, is loyalty to what was worth the sacrifice of what could be? Is keeping someone comfortable worth sacrificing your own destiny? Is maintaining an image worth abandoning your authentic self? Proverbs 18:12 says, "Before a man's heart comes pride, but humility comes before honor." To be humble enough to admit that you don't have it all figured out, that the life you've been living might not be the life you're actually meant for, that you might need to be broken apart and rebuilt, that's humility. And in that humility lies the doorway to genuine honor, to authentic success, to real meaning. The angels respect humility above all else. They see it as the gateway to grace. You might be wondering, how do I know if this is actually happening in my life? How do I know if this message is for me? The answer is simple. If you're listening to this message, if you've made it this far into this video, then it's for you. There are no accidents. You didn't stumble onto this content randomly. Part of you has been searching for permission to do what you already know you need to do. Part of you has been looking for confirmation that the shift you sense is real, that you're not crazy, that it's actually okay to let go. But beyond that, there are actual signs. The angels are sending signals into your life constantly. You might be having the same dream over and over. You might be seeing repeated numbers 1111, 222, 333 showing up everywhere. You might be encountering the same message from multiple sources. A book, a sermon, a conversation with a stranger. These are breadcrumbs. The universe is leaving them for you, like a trail of light in the dark forest. Your job is to follow them. You might also be experiencing what feels like sudden loss. Something that you were depending on is disappearing. A relationship is ending. A job opportunity is closing. A plan you made isn't working out. And while this feels negative, it's actually the universe making space. It's clearing away the obstacles so that what's meant for you can arrive. It's pushing you out of the nest so that you can finally learn to fly. Think of it as divine editing. The story of your life needs revision, and the editor is removing the chapters that don't belong. Isaiah 43:2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned." This verse is telling you that the difficulties you're experiencing, the feeling of drowning in change, the sense of being tested by fire, these are not abandonment. This is intimacy. This is the divine walking through the darkness with you. You're never alone in this. The angels are with you in every moment. They're holding you even when you can't feel their presence. Here's where the magic happens. It's in the moment when you stop fighting and start flowing. When you look at the chaos of your circumstances and instead of saying no, you say okay. When you release your grip on what was and open your hands to what could be. That moment is sacred. That moment is the doorway. That moment is when everything shifts. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean becoming passive or weak. Surrender means aligning your will with a larger will. It means trusting that you're being guided towards something good, even if you can't see it yet. It means choosing faith over fear. It means choosing love over control. It means saying to the universe, "I don't know the way, but I trust that there is one, and I'm willing to follow." Many of you have been trying to control the outcome. You've been trying to make the change happen in a way that feels safe, in a way that doesn't upset the people around you, in a way that protects what you have while allowing you to grow. But that's like asking the ocean to flow uphill. It's fighting against the fundamental nature of existence. The universe wants to move. Energy wants to flow. Life wants to expand. And when you try to contain it, when you try to control it, you only create suffering. The resistance creates friction. The friction creates pain. And the pain becomes a teacher, though a harsh one. Luke 9:24 tells us, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it." Now this doesn't mean self-destruction. This means losing the version of yourself that you've been clinging to, the identity that you've been defending, the story that you've been telling about who you are. In losing that, you find your true self. In surrendering that false version, you become free. You shed the skin that never fit right anyway, and you finally get to breathe. I want to paint a picture for you of what your life looks like when you say yes to this change. On the other side of this transition, there's a version of you that's awake in a way you haven't been in years. There's a clarity about what matters and what doesn't. There's a peace about what you can control and what you can't. There's a creative fire that's been dormant, now burning bright. This version of you has stopped performing for others and started living for yourself. You've stopped seeking approval and started trusting your own inner compass. You're doing work that matters to you, not work that just pays the bills. You're in relationships that feed your soul, not relationships that drain it. You're living in a way that actually reflects your values, not a way that contradicts them. You're surrounded by people who get you, who celebrate you, who bring out the best in you. You're sleeping better. You're smiling more. You're living more. You feel lighter because you finally put down the weight of everyone else's expectations. That version of you is not a fantasy. That version of you is possible. In fact, that version of you is already waiting for you to make the decision to show up and claim it. The angels see that future version of you right now. They're calling you toward it. They're working behind the scenes to make the conditions right for it to manifest. All they need from you is permission. All they need from you is a yes. That's it. That's all it takes to unlock everything. The prophet Isaiah in chapter 48, verse 6 reminds us, "From now on I will tell you of new things, of hidden things unknown to you." New things are coming. Things you haven't imagined yet. Things that are beyond what your current circumstances would suggest is possible. But you have to be empty enough to receive them. You have to be willing enough to step into them. You have to be brave enough to let go of what was in order to welcome what could be. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." This is perhaps one of the most liberating verses in all of Scripture. You can plan all you want, but the divine has already mapped out a better route. Your job isn't to figure it all out. Your job is to trust. Your job is to take the next step, and then the next one, and then the next one, without needing to see the entire staircase. As we near the end of this message, I want you to understand that you're not alone in this. Millions of people right now are standing at the same crossroads you're at. The world is shifting. Humanity is evolving. And individuals like you, sensitive, aware, willing to grow, are at the forefront of that shift. You're the ones who are saying yes when it would be easier to say no. You're the ones who are stepping into the unknown when safety would be simpler. You're the ones who are being reborn right now. You're the pioneers of a new way of living. You're the brave ones.
And I want to thank you for being here.
For listening to this message, for letting it touch something in you that knows this is true. If this video has resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. Type out "blessed and ready," because that's exactly what you are. You're blessed to be alive at this time of transformation. You're ready to step into who you're meant to become. And the moment you declare it, the moment you speak it into existence, that's when the change accelerates. Words have power. Declarations have power. Your yes has power. Please take a moment right now to like this video. Let YouTube know that this message matters to you, that it's worth sharing with others. Your like is a vote for more content like this. It's a signal to the algorithm that spiritual messages are worth amplifying. It's your way of saying, "More of this, please." Subscribe to God's Message Today channel because this is just the beginning. The angels have so much more to tell you, so much more to show you, but you have to keep showing up, keep opening yourself to the message, keep saying yes to what's coming. Each video in our channel carries a unique frequency, a specific message meant for exactly where you are right now. Don't miss out on what the angels have prepared for you. Share this video with someone in your life who needs to hear it. Someone you know is standing at the edge of a cliff, afraid to jump. Someone you love who's gripping the past so tightly they can't see the future. Be an angel for them. Be the messenger. Spread this message of hope and transformation. You never know whose life you might change by sharing this video. You might be the person who gives someone permission to become who they're meant to be. And for those of you who have been touched by the words shared today, who feel called to support the continuation of this sacred work, consider giving a super thank or making a donation. Your contribution helps us continue bringing these divine messages to those who are searching for them. Your generosity is a blessing that multiplies through the world. Every donation, no matter the size, makes a difference. It's not about the money. It's about your commitment to spreading messages of hope, faith, and transformation. The truth that the angels want you to remember today is this: change is not something to fear. Change is the universe's way of loving you toward your fullest self. The shift that's coming is not an ending, it's a beginning. And you have everything you need to meet it with grace, with courage, and with faith. You are stronger than you know. You are more capable than you believe. You are exactly who you need to be for the journey ahead.
Turn on your notification bell right now.
Click that bell so that when we post our next message, you'll be the first to know. Because the angels have so much more to tell you, so much wisdom to share, so much love to pour into your life, and they want you to receive it all. Don't let another message pass you by. Be present, be attentive, be ready. Go forward knowing this: you are supported, you are guided, you are loved beyond measure, and the transformation that's coming is yours to claim.
Don't resist it.
Welcome it.
Step into it. Become it. The life you've always wanted is waiting for you on the other side of your fear. The angels are walking with you every step of the way. Until next time, remember, the angels are always with you and the divine is always working in your favor, even when you can't see it. Trust, surrender, transform.